Hello awesome people, welcome to Smartphone Tutorials. Finally the Redmi Note 4 has started receiving the much anticipated 8.2.2 update. Let's check it out. Alright, so a few days back I got a notification for over-the-air update to 8.2.2, and let's have a look at the changelog first. There are certain new features like swipe to delete, lock screen notifications, UI adjustments, battery saver toggle has been added, lock screen pin layout has been optimized, and there has been a lot of bug fixes, which is what mainly this update is about. So there's not a ton of new features which are included in this particular update, but it's more of an optimization and a stability update. Talking about the new features, home screen settings have been added to the settings user interface, and the new antivirus scan now scans apps which are installed from third-party sources, not from Google Play. So let's begin. First things first, as you can see, if I go to settings and if I go to the about option, this particular device as of now is running the official 8.2.2 update stable. Yes, that's correct. So now what we'll do next is let's have a look at a few new features which have been introduced with this particular update. All right, first things first, everything still remains the same, but then again you have the option to swipe the notifications from a lock screen. If you swipe to the right, the notification disappears like on stock Android, but if you swipe to the left, nothing happens. So finally Xiaomi have added this feature. It should have been added long back, but I'm glad at least it is there now. Apart from that, there is a change with the way the toggles work. If you go to sort, you now have an option of adding a much needed battery saver. So you don't need to go to settings all the way just to enable the battery saver. All right, and as always, you can choose what icons you want to have in the notification panel, and if you long press any of the icons, you directly go to that particular setting. So that's a little more convenient. And as you can see, there are various options with the battery saver. Now let's move on to the next feature, which is home screen. So the home screen settings allows you to change a few options here. First of them is fill empty cells. That means if you uncheck that option or turn it off, and then if you uninstall a particular application, that particular area will be left blank. Let's have a look at it. There you go. I'm uninstalling this particular app, and as you can see, there's a blank area that remains on the screen. Now if you go to settings and then if you go to home screen settings again, what you will notice is if I turn this option on and then if I choose to uninstall any particular application, it will automatically adjust the remaining icons in place of that particular app. So that's a little more convenient. The third option in home screen settings is lock home screen layout. So if you're giving your phone to your friends or kids and you don't want them to mess up your icon layout, you can just go ahead and lock it and they will not be able to change it. And the last option in home screen settings is you can choose which launcher you want to use. Now if you go to security, the layout is a little changed. There you go. You have the virus scan option available now. Now what this does is basically just provides you an additional layer of security. Most of Android users are used to downloading apps from non-Google Play sources, like just downloading a APK and installing it, and at times it can be malicious. So this particular app should help you to take care of that. And there's an auto start app as well, which allows you to decide which app has to start or which app should not start when you start up your phone. Now next we'll look at few new wallpapers, a couple of them maybe. They are from the Miui mix and they look pretty beautiful. Let's check them out. This is one of them. So MI or Xiaomi have done very subtle adjustments with this particular update and also have very smartly added a few features. Alright, so that was all about the features of MIUI 8. The ROM is very fluid. It is much more fast compared to what it was earlier. There are very few bugs. I have not noticed any bugs. So If you liked this video, like, share and subscribe. And what's next on this particular channel? Well, there have been at least 3 to 4 new custom ROMs that have been released for this particular device, that is the Redmi Note 4 Snapdragon variant. I am in the process of reviewing them, something like Beanstalk or Xenon HD. So some pretty famous ROMs have been ported to this particular device recently, and I'll be reviewing them. So stay tuned, hit the notification bell so that you get notified every time I release a video. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.